Hey, you guys. So I'm just getting ready to go live over here on Facebook. I'm going to be interviewing one of my best friends and fellow bestie boss, Leticia Everett. So stand by. I'm going to grab her now. So it may take me a minute to grab her, but let's see. I hope y'all having a great day today. Hey, you guys. So we're going to be a few minutes early because I'm logging on to YouTube and I got to go grab my fellow baddie boss, Leticia Everett. She said, wipe it off her camera. I'm hollering. So we're going to be doing an interview. You may not be able to see her. Let me see if I can. I don't think I can stream to Facebook from here. So if you're over on YouTube and you want to see her live, then head over to my Facebook page and watch us both from there. But I want you to be able to hear it. And also, I'm just talking to the people over on YouTube. So welcome. You all know today I'm going to be interviewing fellow baddie, Leticia Everett. So I'm going to bring her on right quick. Hey, Rashida Potts. I'm waiting on you to tell me when you can come on live. So let me go grab Thesey. Let's see. Leticia. Yeah, I don't know why we never know how to do this. But we're going to figure it out. There she is. It says Leticia has requested to join. Thesey, send me the request one more time. I don't know why I don't see it. Send it one more time. It popped up and then it went away. Hey, you guys. So we're so excited you guys are joining us here on today. I am going to be, so I just approved it. So I'm sending it to Thesey. It may give us a few minutes. That's why we said we were going to hop on here early to work through any technical challenges. Over on YouTube, it'll be loud enough where you can hear Leticia as well. So I am going to be interviewing my fellow bad boss, right? Leticia Everett of the Beauty Room. Hi! Y'all, she's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I can't stand it. I'm going to hang up because I'm jealous. Hold on. Let me turn my volume up right quick. Oh, I don't want to act up. Okay, I mean, it's acting up. You see if you can turn your volume up. She's probably sitting in her Porsche, you guys. So we're gonna work through our technical challenges. We're just waiting on Thesey so we can have a good sound. And we're gonna get started. But I'm gonna just talk about her while she's working on her sound. So she is the baby sister to my very best friend in business, my business bestie, Rashida Potts. And Leticia, like I've always been so impressed with her. She is just such a professional. Not only is she gorgeous, she's smart and just so wise to be young. And so I wanted to interview Rashida. Rashida keeps dragging butt and leaving me in the wind. So we got to figure out what she's doing, right? Because her testimony is by far the best. So Thesey owns a spa within Salon Glow, and it is just such, when I tell you, what's the word I'm looking for, cutting edge for our area, right? When I tell you all what she does, you all may say, well, they do that in the city. Well, this is not a metropolitan area. Yes, we're a city and we do have a large population and demographic, but her business to me is cutting edge. Let me see, can I hear you now? A little bit. Let me see if it's my phone. Hold on. Let's see. Say something now. Okay, is it better? Yes, perfect. Okay. I was about to say, I'm turned all the way up. No, I think it was saying something about voice isolation on my side. Okay. Who knows? It's weird. So listen, y'all, listen with your non-senior ears. And I'm gonna sit real close. We'll sit close to the camera too, so we'll be real close. So Thesey, I was just telling everyone why you're my second favorite. I can't let you be my first over Rashida, right? So can you tell them just your name and the name of your business, and then I'm just going to start asking you a ton of questions in the time frame we have, because I know you got to get back to doing all that you do to make us look good. Yay! So hi everybody, and thank you for tuning in, and thank you Verlinda so much for the shout out, the love, and support. My name is Leticia Everett, and I'm the owner and operator of the Yes. Okay, so the first question I want to ask is, you said it's just one of your businesses. And so this is a side note question. So when did you know you wanted to be a business owner?
When I became allergic to clocking in. Uncomfortable. Even in college and school, I was like, I don't see myself doing the same thing for the rest of my life. And I didn't want to be inside of a building when it was pretty outside. I just wanted to be able to maneuver how I wanted to and make those false moves. And that's when I'll probably say in my 20s, probably 22, early 20s, trying to find my way. And it's just like, this is not it, this is not it, this is not it. So yeah, that's when I noticed that, I get really antsy and just, oh, it's really bad. It's a real thing. I don't know. It even messed with my psyche. Like I would be depressed because I had to sit there and just do the same thing over and over, whatever the job was. So yes, that's when I noticed.
I love it. So that's funny. So I just left Fayetteville State, and I thought I was going to be a few minutes late. So I was invited to speak on this entrepreneur panel, right? And what they're doing is they're highlighting businesses at Bronco Square because there's a business hub down there where they teach entrepreneurship and stuff like that. And so the students were all under like 21, the ones I got to talk to. And it's amazing to me that people that are in their 20s now, they're like, forget that. I ain't working all 30 years of my life for a company or for someone else when I can go out here and really kind of figure it out on my own. And that's where you are. So let's talk about now, y'all. If y'all don't know me, I get grossed out really easily. So Leticia is going to share about one of her services where I'm like, my stomach flips a little bit, right? But it's very popular. So tell me, out of all the businesses that you started, why did you decide to do the Beauty Room Healing Spa? And what is that? Let's talk about the name first, but then why did you choose that as a business?
Absolutely. So in my home, I have an extra room, and I named it the Beauty Room. And in the Beauty Room, I wanted to create an atmosphere of whatever, just an atmosphere of self-love, self-care, because that's what I'm big on. So when COVID hit, and I would have select few girls come over because everybody, we couldn't be around, we were supposed to be around each other, but just a small circle of ladies that I trusted, we would come over to the Beauty Room, and that was our outlet. I mean, we would do makeup, we would have a glass of wine, we would dress up, and Rashida will tell you, they're my audience. I will go shopping and dress up, and then they will wait in the living room, and I'll come out, and it just gave us that insight of this new Beauty Room. And even in that space, we were able to share our deep thoughts, our secrets. We even gave space for Rashida to pray and prophesy deliverance, whatever that room wanted to do. That's what it was there for. So, like I said before, I'm really big on self-care and self-love. And during COVID, I tapped into a vein of, well, even the more that I love doing my own nails.
You do?
On that, yes. Like, I bought the entire kit. I can literally open up a spot in that room. I had everything. And so once COVID started to live, and my sister always said that, oh, we're going to do business together one day. And I'm like, no, we're not, because you're always late.
You ain't going to talk about my friend now.
Treatment, the same treatments I was doing at home, and I named the room the Beauty Room at the house. So once I started to venture out in different healing elements of natural cares, I named it the Beauty Room Healing Spa, and that's how the name came about.
I love it. Yeah, isn't she just so gorgeous? Like, I feel like if Rashida and I were not girl and girl and we had a baby, Thesey would be our baby. Okay, so I digress. So the healing. So you have a mental health background. You have a background in working in mental health, and so I feel like that kind of ties in with your profession. And so, how much did being in a good mental space and just mental therapy and self-love and self-care, how much did that play into your really treating yourself and treating your friends? How much of a role did that play into you opening the Beauty Room Healing Spa?
Great question, and it helped a lot. Being in the mental health field, working with people who were not accepted by their own family and just had issues within themselves, mentally and physically, and me being like literally growing up in that. I think I started working there about 13 years ago, and so I was able to do hands-on with them, build their self-esteem. You name it, work on their goals with them, and that helped me condition who I am today, because I take that same practice and I take it to the community. I take it to teens, troubled teens. But it really helped, because even with, it can be stressful working with different personalities and behaviors. So I would come home and that was my safe haven. I would decompress. I would do what it takes for me to, get that heaviness off of me, that workload off of me. And it happened in the beauty room. So it helped a lot. Sorry. It helped a lot when trying to, work with clients, different personalities. They may not have mental. I say everybody does have mental. But we all crazy out here. So it helped me a lot to condition what I was up for. And so now I'm able to work with different behaviors and you name it. So I appreciate my beginning.
So I love that, because for people that don't know, so like in the group home environment, right, you have to work with you have to have a heart for people, because a lot of times for that population, they've been rejected or made to feel less than or unwanted. And so I love that and I'm not saying that customers feel that way, but sometimes when we're providing a service to the public, because I come from a beauty background of 14 years, almost 20 years, if you combine running spas. And when people come in, they're not in a good headspace sometimes, and you become their therapist, right? But I love how you added the healing component. So out of wanting to do, because you don't provide nail services, but your nails always look good, you provide even greater services to me than that, right? So how did you decide? Let's talk about what are your services, and then I'll ask you the question about how you decided. But what services do you provide there at the beauty room?
Okay, so at the beauty room, we have a wide range of services, from teeth whitening. We have a laser teeth whitening machine where you can get your pearly whites whitened, and we also offer tooth jams, which is another popular trend. And I recognize in most larger cities, they do it a lot, where you can get your actual teeth embedded with jewels. It's totally safe. It's dentist grade. So we do that in a separate room, and then we go over to the other room, which we work on, call it Body Works. So we are very known for our yoni steaming, which is a healing tradition from way back in the day. It's just pretty much herbs. All it is natural herbs. The herbs are so natural, like you literally can brew them and drink them. It's flowers and herbs. And back in the day, when they would have ailments with their wounds or after childbirth, they will steam down there to make it rejuvenated. It just heals the walls after birth. It closes up the wounds. And now we practice it for the same things. We have women that have yoni births. We have people who suffer from endometriosis, PCOS, and everything in my spa that I do, I offer because I believe in it. I don't necessarily tap into yoni eggs and birth them. That's not my field. But when it does come to steaming and natural care, I do offer that. It does rejuvenate, tones, tighten, and heals. And it helped me in many ways because I have PCOS. So we have people with fibroids, cysts, even premenopause. It can help with that as well. Our other product is the Ionic Foot Detox. Mm-hmm. It's where we put a probe in the water, and it starts to, the negative ions starts to latch onto your negative ions in your body and starts to pull those impurities out. So it's a 30-minute process. The beginning of your water is just a clear, warm bath water, and then by the end of the 30 minutes, you'll see all your sins. That's what grab the onions and garlic. If you have coals and they were dry, same process. It's just we speed it up for 30 minutes, and the probe does the magic. So it does help with so many different things. There's been so many testimonies. I have one lady that comes to me every Tuesday for the last almost year, and she had high sugar readings. And with that and changing the way she ate, it helped a lot. She's like, I know it's the foot detox. My A1C levels are normal now, and she comes faithfully. So that's our foot detox. We also have our body cavitation, which is very popular now, and it's becoming popular, where we take a probe and we start to melt the fat. So you can melt it in your tummy, your thighs, your chin, your arms, and it starts to be loud noise. You know how it is. It's pretty much like a cavity. You know, it has we have a fat cell, and then the loud sound breaks it up, so it's easy to melt. So we're not like Dr. Miami. We're not cutting anyone. We're not doing, sucking the fat out like lipo. However, we mimic that same process, but on a topical scale. And we use other tools such as skin tightening with therapy. We even have a vibration plate that you stand on, so it mimics your body like you've been running for 30 minutes, but it cuts the time in half to 15. So we have great things going. However, a lot of the treatment in our spa is repetition, so it does help aid to whatever you're looking for. But you have to do several rounds, and you have to meet it halfway. So in order to get the melted fat out, you have to, we'll talk about the tea in a minute, but you have to detox, and you have to drink a lot of water to push that waste out. So I think that's about it. We'll talk about the tea later, or our number one selling product is our detox tea, which I think we'll talk about that in a minute.
So I love it. So to me, I feel like when you brought all these services to town, right, it's almost cutting edge, because you do hear about it in Atlanta and DC and Miami and all Charlotte, Raleigh, and metropolitan areas. So I felt like it was just really so savvy that you brought it to Fayetteville. Right. And so I love that she offers all these services. You guys, I put her name of her spa in the comment section, but let me put your number down there. Let me just type your name right quick. So Leticia Everett. And what's the best number for them to call, or what website do you want me to give for them to book an appointment or a consultation?
Yes. So thebeautyroomhealingspa.com, thebeautyroomhealingspa.com. You have full access to our calendar, so you can go up there and book. Also, if you want to know more about our services and products, you can book a free consultation, and I'll meet you there one-on-one. We did start to offer our Zoom consultations during COVID, so if that's easier for some people, that's fine. But we do offer free consultations, and you can book online at thebeautyroomhealingspa.com. And
I love that you have clients, though, that come from all over, because don't you have some South Carolina clients? Like, you have people that come. What's your furthest client?
I want to say my furthest was New York.
Shut up.
Yeah, New York.
Wow. So now, why those services? Like, when you thought about, okay, everything that I want to offer, and I know you love everything beauty. So when you thought about the services you could offer, let's start with the Yoni Steam. God, right? I want to throw up thinking about it, but it is such an incredible product, right? I mean, service. So why did you say I want to bring that to Fayetteville?
Because for one, we don't really have it, and when I was doing research, so back up, I have PCOS, and
now what is that? Is that like polycystic ovarian cyst? Okay.
That's what it is. So our menstruals are very bad. They come like when they want to. They can stay on for a long time, and I'm like, something's got to give. And so when you go to the doctor, the first thing they're going to do is throw you on a bunch of medicines, and they were prescribing medicines that made me sick. They had very bad side effects, and I don't like that. I don't like taking medicines in general. So I started to do my own research on how can I self-heal or natural remedies, and Yoni Steaming kept coming up. So I'm like, okay, let me try it. So I finally found one in Fayetteville, and my first steam, instantly I could tell a difference. And so I stayed faithful to it, And when I opened the spa, I'm like, this is definitely one of the services I'm going to be adding because people need this help. They don't know, a lot of people I've came in contact with, or they was like, oh, I wish I would have found you sooner. I feel much better. So it's just a product that works. And I thought that we would really benefit it in our community.
I love it. And then the body cavitation. So at some point I expect to see you like in plastic surgery school. I don't know, right? So when you thought about the cavitation and the wraps and all those cutting edge services that are non-invasive, right? So there are people that want to lose weight, but they either don't have the money for surgery or don't want to have surgery. Why did you decide, okay, I'm going to go and get, because it's specialized training. It's not like that's something you could teach yourself at home. So why did you decide to incorporate weight loss as a part of the mental health and then also the uterine and ovarian health?
So I think it all ties together. It's like a one body thing. So me having the journey of weight loss issues all of my life because of the PCOS, and that's one of the biggest side effects is high testosterone levels as well as weight gain.
I didn't know that.
Yes, we are insulin resistant. So if we eat anything, automatically insulin is through the roof, and that causes the midsection to be heavier. So it's always been a battle my whole life for trying to stay in shape. So being that I've been in that field and balance for so long journey, I've done several research on what would help. And so when I purchased the machine myself, just for in the house, because like I said, so when I purchased it, I'm like, oh my God, I see some inches. I see this, I see that. So it works. And so
I think I lost you sound-wise for a second. Not now, but we could a second ago, and then it stopped. What you touch? Okay, no worries. Okay, you said you had a phone call coming in? Okay. So when she comes back with the sound, she said she has a phone call coming in. So y'all, it's something that yes.
Okay, yeah, the phone call muted it and it wouldn't allow me to say
Oh, good. Okay. That's how it is when you're riding in a luxury automobile. That doesn't happen in my car. So one thing that you said, which I thought was so bomb, right? Because we're talking to fellow, as you see me interviewing people, it's going to be fellow entrepreneurs, like fellow female bosses, because I'm huge on entrepreneurship. You said that I love taking care of myself. So therefore it started out in my home. And then I would invite my friends over, let them come see how good I look playing dress up. They were your audience, right? But you took that room in your home and you turned that into a business, which is now a thriving spa. But you also took a challenge that you had, which was PCOS. Am I saying that right? PCOS, and then that causing weight gain. Hey, Benita, that causing weight gain. And then you took the weight gain and said, okay, I'm going to turn this into a business because it's working for the Yoni Steams work for you. So now you provide Yoni services. You've always struggled with your weight, you said. So you added weight releasing services because you knew that if I could help contour and release the weight from the inside, that's automatically going to help the mind and the self-esteem. So that's why you're saying it's total body.
right.
So then at some point you added a detox product, right? So you added, y'all, I call her the detox queen. Every time I'm there, somebody's walking in with money and they're leaving out with a gallon. So at what point did you decide to offer products that someone could take internally to help with their weight loss?
So, like I said, I'm always learning and researching and finding out what's best for me and what works for me because I can attest to it. So a good friend, Gwen Smith, shout out to her, she would come to the shop and be like, oh, I got the tea. So I'm like, let me give it a try. And it was it was before COVID, actually. I had my first gallon. And it worked for me. Like within that first week, I felt the difference. My energy was high. It just had so many benefits, not even knowing it had clear, like it helps with your focus. I learned later on down the line, well, after I opened up the spa, I remembered, hey, she has a really good detox product, and I'm in the detox business. Let's connect. And once that happened, it was like a door open and the windows of heaven, like it flowed. And so I was able to help a lot of people with their detox journey. It's not for everybody. I just did a follow up with someone. She's like, well, I'm already on a lot of fiber stuff, so I saw a small difference, and it's everybody's body is different. And in this field, I've met a lot of different bodies, and I've met what works for certain types and what doesn't. Who needs more? Who needs like 2 gallons? So it's really interesting to meet different metabolisms, cellulite grades. It's so interesting. Our body is so interesting. So that's what made me get into the detox team.
So I love that you do your research, right? Because a lot of times, whether you're talking about yoni steams, whether you're talking about cavitation, whether you're talking about the foot detoxing, or whether you're talking about detox products in general, you got to do your research, right? And what I love is that I think I heard you say that everything doesn't work for everybody, or it may work differently for everybody. So where you got mental clarity and focus and weight loss, because your body to me is bomb, even though you feel like there may be challenges, I think you look beautiful, but really it matters how we feel about ourselves. Right. And so what are some things that I'm going to ask you about the money in a second as it relates to not how much you've earned, but I'm going to ask how much you've earned. Right. So when you started taking the detox and when you started like doing the services on yourself, what were some things that you noticed for you that other people may notice when they start getting services from you at the healing spa, the Beauty Room Healing Spa?
Yes. So for me, when I started taking it, I got a lot of the benefits from it. The energy boost came in, the mental clarity came in, and the weight loss came in. But I have some people who they don't do any workout or extravagant or nothing, but they order the tea faithfully because it helps their mental. So like I have some ladies at the courthouse, and they come every couple of weeks to get their gallons of tea because it's like I can tell when I'm not drinking my tea, I'm not focused, or I don't have that clarity that I need from that cognitive. So and then other people I had their come faithful because they are losing the weight and continuous. So like I said, it works different from everybody. However, there will be a benefit in that gallon. You just gotta grab the ones that work for you and let the other ones grab the other ones. But it's definitely beneficial in all aspects. What did we get from that? I think that was the main 3 things: the energy, the focus, and the weight loss. It definitely helped.
And so I think with all of that, the services that you're providing, one, I want to thank you for, we're not getting off yet. I got 2 more questions. I know you got a client, but 2 more questions. So I love that it's a whole and a well-rounded approach for women. I know you do men too. So like you were so creative with Valentine's Day when you had the couples event, and then the couples got to paint, and they had wine, they had fruit. And so you provide couple services too, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So
yes, we do cater, and we also cater to say if there's a birthday or anniversary, there's ways that you can book online to say, hey, I would like the room set up for an occasion, and we'll make sure you have your, bottle of wine or whatever they're.
I love it. Okay, so then let's talk money. So when you decided to go from your room in your house, so Rashida and them could stop getting free services, to presenting to the public, what were you surprised by the amount of positive response and income that you made? And would you say you've made thousands? That's an inside joke, right? I've made thousands, darling. Would you say that it has been financially beneficial?
Yes. Now the first year was a struggle.
Okay.
And those that are wanting to start their own company and business, it's going to be a struggle. They said for the first 5 years, some people are fortunate, blessed, that it takes off, and I wish you the best. But after 5 years, it's a hobby. So the first year was a struggle. I didn't see the clientele that I wanted. And then it was something about that second year, starting like January, February, it just took off. Then when we added the tea, that took off, and it was a lot of it was word of mouth because I am horrible at social media. I do not like social media.
Really?
Oh I mean, I've even hired people to post stuff, but it was like, in order to post it, you got to give us material. And then so when I'm doing my treatments, I'm in the zone. I'm not setting up a camera. I'm just, one thing about it, like if I'm with the client, whatever the service is, I'm silently praying, like, you know, heal them, their wound, when they're doing foot detox, you know, whatever the ailments are. I want that room to be a place of peace. So I don't really have the time or the space and energy to have a whole camera crew. You know, that's just, I don't like social media like that. But I feel like I did start to post more, and a lot of word of mouth, especially with the teas, it took off. Especially coming in the salon, you have to walk through the salon to get to the beauty room. So everybody's like, "Girl, yeah, I love it." You know, so it was a word of mouth thing, and it took off, and I made thousands, darling.
Thousands, darling. So Rashida always says this is none of my business. Don't shoot me for what I'm getting ready to say. But a little birdie told me that you paid for multiple tickets to Germany from T-Cells.
I have. And, you know, it was crazy because when my sponsor, I really wasn't in the meetings like this because I was so busy, but I tuned into one of the meetings, and the coach at the time was saying that, you know, write down your goals, your visions, which is something I love to do and manifest. And I was like, well, God, I want my teas to pay for my travel because that's my happy place. And literally, I could buy a ticket or, you know, while we get over there, purchase things without ease because of those teas. And
wow.
Of it. But yes.
So you used your, hey, Utoka. So, and hey, Joyce has a question. So Joyce, I'm gonna go back to your question. And so you used not only the money from, so the spa was a struggle the first year, which I can attest to that. When I opened the salon my first year forever ago, I could be Thesey's mama. I had to do a second mortgage to keep my salon afloat. I had to work 24/7. So it was a process. But what I love is that you took your business from your home to a spa. Now you're a spa within a spa with 2 rooms, because one of the rooms you do the dental services in, but you literally now can travel just on the money you make from the Drink to Shrink tea.
Correct.
And then, okay, so she's made thousands. So we're going to leave it at that. And Joyce said, her question was, yeah, you can ask a question. She was saying about, Joyce, tell me what the specific question is. She said, I had one question. If a person is on certain meds. So if you want to ask us in the comments, you can type it in and then we can ask Leticia. If you want to ask offline by not telling the meds, then you can let us know that too. And I'm just looking to see if there are any questions. She said home to spa and now traveling. Yes, I can never know where Leticia is. That's why she's saying she don't like social media. That's how I keep up with you. I'm like, I know if you're in Myrtle Beach. I know if you're in Italy. I know where you are. I know that's right. Okay, last question, and then we're going to go because I know you have a client coming up. So what was my last question? It escaped me. I'm having a senior moment. It was something I wanted to ask you. I asked you about the money. I asked you about the services. So what's next for the Beauty Room Healing Spa?
So in the near future, and I'll put it out there, speak it. So my boyfriend is a personal trainer, and he's a big advocate on, you know, just health and fitness in general. And that was a big part of my journey. So we will collaborate and have a gym on one side and then the beauty services on the other side.
Oh, I love it. So the Healing Room Beauty Spa, the Beauty Room Healing Spa is at 3771 Ramsey Street. Is it Suite 107? Suite 107 inside Salon Glow. And then what's the website again? Because you guys, you have to book online. So you can't just call Thesey and be like, hey, because she'll be in a service. Like you literally stay booked all the time. Right. So what's your website again?
It's appointment-based only. It's thebeautyroomhealingspa.com.
Okay, so thebeautyroomhealingspa.com. And then
our calendar. So whatever day and time is up there that fits you best, book it and we'll meet you.
And then the last thing I'm going to share is that I'm not sure in case you caught us later, if you're going to do any of the cavitation services or the weight loss services, you need to do it as a package multiple times. Like, you don't want to come and have one service and then be like, oh, all my fat rolls didn't leave. None of us got chunky overnight. God bless it. I wish I could just, snap a finger and it'd be gone. But with the tea and her services, you're going to get snatched, okay? And then Prophetess Joyce said, I wanted to know if someone is taking blood pressure medicine and cholesterol meds, is that about, can they have the services or can they drink the tea?
Absolutely. I have several clients that have the same issue, the cholesterol and high blood pressure, sugar. I even have one with lupus. And the tea is natural, you all. It's natural. It's herbs from the earth, literally. It's 9 herbs crushed together. It is brewed just like if you were drinking hot lemon tea. So yes, it is safe to take, and it also helps aid to normal balances.
Now, if they want to order the tea from you, like when they're ready to order, do they order that on your website too, or how do they reach out to you if they're coming to get a service and they want to get tea from you? Do they need to let that know in the comment section of their appointment?
Yes. So right now, our orders have been taken via face-to-face or through social media.
Okay.
And last night during our Zoom call, I was looking at a website that I'm getting ready to add to the main website to push here, so that would just be all of our weight loss products and all of our tea products.
Awesome. So if they go though to schedule a free consultation, well, y'all listen, you can call Salon Glow. It's 910-822-7771. Rashida, tell me if I got the number wrong. Is that right, Thesey?
No, well, yes, that's right. However, you can also call the spa at 910-574-0279. And it also accepts text messages, so it's easier that way, because if we're in between services, we can get back with you.
Okay, tell me the number again. 910-574-0279. Okay, so she said you can call or text that number. If she's in a service, she'll reply back afterwards. But if you want to ask her, hey, what detox tea, this specifically for Joyce too, would you recommend for me? What services would you recommend for me? Then you can message her there and she'll call you back and you can schedule a consultation. So we're located, my baby is located over at 3771 Ramsey Street, Suite 107 at Salon Glow. So we're going to go. And then last thing, what's one thing you want to share with people about their healing journey or their healing process, or how it's benefited you? Something, just one positive thing you can share with them before we go.
One positive thing I would say is to be consistent in a positive manner and trust the process. Even with like those entrepreneurs out there, like, just trust the process. It takes hard work. There was many nights I stood up 24 hours through the night to try to, because I did a lot of it by myself, like websites and I and another positive thing, YouTube will be your best friend.
Yes.
Literally. So just stay consistent. Process.
I love it. Well, thank you for being here with me, you guys. It's Leticia Everett. She's the CEO of the Beauty Room Healing Spa. So incredible. I love you. Thank you for hanging out with me today. And you guys, reach out to her for your services, okay? God bless you guys.
Love you. Thank you.
Bye.